Today is Thursday, November 10th, 2011. Buy American-made products? Why? I am fed up with the arrogance of some of these American companies that have become too big to care. Move over, Bank of America. You have company with Microsoft Corporation. Since I can remember, I have used Microsoft products, while my friends have constantly told me how much better off I would be with a Mac, especially considering the amount of graphics I do. But I have sworn by Microsoft for all my office and home needs since the 80s. In fact, I am a stockholder in Microsoft. Bill Gates, where are your priorities? As you moved on to your charity work, who did you leave in charge? Or did you leave anyone of any value there? Over the years, I've had my share of computer viruses and more. I have survived them and moved on. I hear that Macs typically don't get viruses. Guess it's time to find out. I purchased my current mini tower a couple of years ago at a local Fry's. This is no generic computer. It is an HP. HP does not come with pirated software. It came with Vista, but offered an upgrade to Windows 7. My laptop came with Vista, so I was in no hurry to upgrade to Windows 7 on that tower because I wanted my work to be compatible. The coupon that came with the tower had no date on it, just an upgrade agreement. Late last year, I tried to acquire that upgrade, but was told I was too late. When I tried to talk to the customer service person at Microsoft, I got transferred all over the place. I think I counted 7 transfers. I went to the Philippines and back a couple of times. When I would reach someone here in the U.S., they would send me back to the Philippines. And when that person couldn't help me, they would send me back again to a customer service rep somewhere supposedly here in the U.S. Ultimately, I received no customer service. Even though the coupon had no date, they said it was too late. I threatened to send a complaint to our state attorney general and the local television consumer advocates. Microsoft could care less. They are too big to care. So I went on with life. I simply used the old Vista version of Microsoft on my tower. During the past months of September and October, as I worked on my new business, I used my laptop and not my tower. My tower contains all my scans of invoices and receipts for the past couple of years. I really need that backup information for me, for the IRS, and for historical records. Imagine my disappointment and exasperation when I was trying to use my tower, and now my tower will not allow me to enter my hard drive and tells me that Windows has discovered a change that will result in limited Windows functionality. It says to use the link below to find out to fix Windows. Then it tells me there was an unauthorized change made to Windows and I will no longer receive notifications, including those about your, quote, your license of activation, unquote. Use the link below to find out how to fix your computer. What? Another link? Sure enough, the page is saying that Windows validation was interrupted. The validation service is unable to determine where Windows is genuine, or if my Windows is genuine. What? My version is not genuine? It came with a computer, for God's sake. It was an HP. HP does not give out pirated versions of Windows. It even came with that upgrade that they would not honor. I could go on, but ultimately it tells me that if I want Microsoft, I could go on, but ultimately it tells me that Microsoft no longer supports this version of Windows 7 and that I have to purchase Microsoft Windows 7 for around $149. Now, we all know that terrorists exist in the world, but it really disgusts me when we have homegrown terrorists in the form of Microsoft who now have complete control of my computer and is holding all my file contents hostage until I pay them a ransom of $149. This is ludicrous. I have 1 tower and 3 laptops in this household, all Microsoft. As we begin to update and upgrade for my home and my business, I am finally going to make the switch to a Mac. I am fed up with trying to reach anyone at Microsoft who cares. I am fed up with trying to reach anyone in the next state of Washington, where Microsoft is, when I only live a few miles south in Oregon and instead I get transferred to the Philippines. I am fed up with the lack of customer service of Microsoft. I am fed up with the fact that no one there at Microsoft seems to care. I'm fed up with the fact that if you try to move through their website to contact someone at Microsoft, they have the information buried so deep that it is a time-wasting lost cause. I'm fed up enough that I encourage everyone to start a complaint campaign to the Microsoft office every time you have a problem. And if you get nowhere, complain to your state attorney general. For my part, with all the ongoing discussion by ABC's nightly news anchor Diane Sawyer about buying American, I'm sending her a copy of this to ask her why buy American when we get the runaround with no customer service from American companies, such as Microsoft, and they ultimately send us overseas to the Philippines or some other outsourced country. The television ads by Capital One and about being transferred to some guy named Peggy in some foreign country are a laughable but true dramatization of how Microsoft itself works. My next step is to sell my Microsoft stock. There are much better stocks out there. I have wondered why Microsoft stock has pretty much treaded water and had not moved up. I believe it might just be because they lack customer service and customer care. Microsoft doesn't care. They don't have to. Microsoft is too big to care.